Hi guys, it's Ava and welcome back to my channel. Welcome to a talk with me, okay? I tried to record this video a couple weeks ago and it did not work out at all. It was bad, very, very bad. It was like 2 a.m. and I was like, okay, I need to record this video. I need to make sure that I'm on top of this. I need to be on top of my game. Did not do that. I actually did record it, but it was just like not good. My hair looked a mess. I looked a mess. It was a disaster. I was not speaking coherently. We just had needed a reset. We needed to not do that again. So we are back and we are going to finally finish this video. In today's video, we're going to be talking about the Arirang Tour specifically because I went to it in El Paso and it was incredible. We went on like some of their first stops, so that was definitely something that I really liked because then now I can watch the content without like getting spoilers and just like be more excited about it going into other cities. But I just want to give my 2 cents because obviously my opinion matters so much. It matters so much about what I say. No opinion matters except mine. Obviously I'm joking, but I just wanted to kind of talk to y'all about it. If you want to see what my experience was going to the Arirang Tour, I definitely would recommend watching my past video of me actually going. It was a long one. We did a road trip to El Paso. It took 2 days and we went through a lot. Definitely still remember a lot of it. I don't think I will ever forget some of my feelings throughout driving there and like getting there and everything. But let's just dive into it. Or yeah, dive into it. That works. They have a song called Swim. So there has recently been a lot of discourse about their surprise songs. I definitely think that it's been an interesting talk about it because for one, we did not have to have surprise songs. Surprise songs, I think this is actually the first tour that I've been to, like first concert that I've been to that actually like had surprise songs. Every other tour that I've gone to, I know what the ending songs are gonna be, so I just kind of like know what to expect. I also went to this tour completely blind. I did not know the set list. I did not know anything about anything. So that's kind of how I wanted it to be. I wanted it to be a surprise because when am I gonna see BTS again? Hopefully I will see BTS again. Hopefully it's gonna come to me. I'm gonna see them again. It's gonna be incredible. But also the reality is, when am I going to see them again? When are they going to come back to the US? When is it going to be this album? You know, I personally have really loved Arirang as an album. I think that it has completely reshaped people's perception of BTS as well because most of the songs feel very personal to them. Aliens, for example, that one is one that I hold near and dear to my heart. I'm actually going to do a ranking of the Arirang track list. Oh my god, because I love the album and I love to rank things. I think that's so fun, and so I thought it would be a good idea to have you join along with that. So with the surprise songs, it's been like the battle for the best surprise songs. So like every city's like comparing it to each one of them. People who have not even gone to the tour aren't going to the tour is like, this place had the best one, this place had the best one, no this one. I think it's very subjective to who the person is, because I know that there are certain songs where I literally was like, okay, you can turn off this song, you can skip it, there's no skips here, what do you mean? It was specifically Butter. I have like a appreciation for it. I don't have a love for it. I know how important it is, but I just like cannot bring myself to listen to it unless it's stuck in my head and then I have to listen to it, and even then I'm not happy about it. I love BTS. I literally love them so much. I've recently one of my newer friends coming into my group, and we gave her a whole like rundown on K-pop, BTS, everything, just so like she can understand like kind of what we're saying, what we're listening to, kind of the experience of being a stan, and especially like seeing what the stan culture has done to these idols and everything like that. So it's been so fun, and also being able to enjoy K-pop as a whole than just like the few groups that I still do listen to. But I personally think that Busan definitely had the best songs. I know I'm not helping the whole thing, but I definitely think Busan had the best songs. Obviously, it makes sense. 13 years, that's where they spent their anniversary. That's where they're from. They're like all of that. And I also really love how they have gone to cities that aren't as like big. Like obviously these are big cities, but like I haven't seen a lot of people go to El Paso and do their stop at UT El Paso Stadium. That was crazy. I was in the mountains and like right there, and I was like, okay, I'm in the mountains. I can see Mexico right there. This is wild. But I definitely think that it makes sense for a lot of like the songs that they got. It makes sense. And also Vegas day one. I think it was day one. I think that would I would not be happy, because if one of my surprise songs was Permission to Dance, I would lose my mind. I would actually lose my mind. And then if the next day's got Black Swan, oh no. I like actually knowing that Vegas got Black Swan, and that is literally one of my favorite songs in the world, that like kind of killed me on the inside. But also like it makes sense. It's a good song. It's Vegas also. I know I said that they weren't going to big cities and then I said Vegas, but like you know what I mean. Like El Paso to anything else is really just, I don't know. But there has been also a lot of people talking about BTS merch, not just with Arirang, but also just like BTS merch in general, specifically talking about the prices and price gouging of the whole thing. And also like with the tour, I've definitely seen some crazy prices. I didn't pay a crazy price to go, but I have seen some of these like seats that are not the best go for like $500. That's insane to me. Beyond me, I don't know. But their merch, I wish I got more merch whenever I was in El Paso to see them. I got a t-shirt and then a crew neck, and then there was other stuff that I did want. I wanted the zip up, and also the sweatsuit looked really, really cute, but I was not about to pay $200 and something for it. No, ma'am. No. So there definitely are people who are paying that much money. Trust me, I've been on Depop. I've seen what Yellow people are selling it for. Also, why are you literally charging an arm and a leg, my kidney for it? Arm, leg, kidney, liver, everything. You want everything. You want all my organs. You want me to basically not be a human anymore. You want me in debt, is what I feel. Okay? So, merch has been going crazy. They did a merch for swim specifically, like literally just swim. So it's keep swimming. It was like a tracksuit and like windbreaker material, and I almost did buy it, but the reason why I didn't is because I knew that I don't really like the windbreaker material unless it's just like a quarter zip. Even then, I don't wear mine that often, and so I was like, okay, I'm literally not going to wear this. This is going to be a waste of money. I don't want to do that. And then I thought about getting their Vegas drop, because they also dropped it on Weavers, and I was looking at the prices and I was like, okay, like this is not bad, like this is how much I like paid for at the concert. But I wasn't at the concert, and so like my perception of money is like back to reality. And also I wasn't at the Vegas stop. All of them said Vegas on it. I was not there, okay? I'm not gonna buy something and know that I wasn't there for it. And I feel like I already look like a poser whenever I say that I like BTS, so I was not gonna make it worse. And I do know someone who did go to the Vegas concert, and I was not there. I was not there at all. But they also had a drop for audio tech, with a record player and headphones and all those things. And there was a very big price, not very big, there was a pretty decent price jump from what audio tech record players typically go for. And then the one with BTS, it's literally just some walking, I think. It looked kind of like a Beatles knockoff, but I didn't say that. But a lot of people were upset, especially online. I saw a lot of people be like, why are they charging this? This doesn't make sense. They are only charging this because they can. And yes, they are charging that because they can, because people are going to buy it because it has BTS on it and it has BTS name on it. So obviously people are going to go out and purchase it because it's connected to them. That's why they can do that. They have the power to do that. It's marketing. It's supply and demand. There's a demand for BTS items. There's a demand for BTS merch. They're going to supply that. They're going to give it to the consumers. And the consumers, guess what? They're going to buy it. Surprise, surprise. I'm a victim of that. I literally do that all the time. But I just never understood why people are upset about something that people are buying. And also, guess what? You don't have to buy it. You don't have to buy it. It's a choice that you would make as a person with money of whether or not you're going to buy it. You don't have to. And I didn't because I was like, that's a crazy price. Guess what? I didn't put my card down. Whoa. Also, you're like Loki kind of falling. Hey, Queen, let's not do that. Why? Oh, okay. We're making it worse. Okay. Okay. Oh my goodness, I just talked so much. I was like, wow. My like stomach also really hurts. I woke up and ate some Ruffles with pimento cheese as my first meal of the day with my coffee. So we're not feeling great right now. Also, my room is quite warm and I'm wearing a jacket and I'm not taking it off. So also I wrote this script, like the Tear foundation and stuff like that with V just came out, so I don't know what I meant by Tear foundation with V. All I know, it's a collaboration and you can get, like, you could have gotten some stuff with it. I don't know. I didn't buy it. Once again, if I'm not going to use it, I'm not going to buy it. If I'm not going to enjoy it, I'm not going to buy it. I'm not going to spend that much money on something I'm not going to use or enjoy. But I kind of already touched on what I feel about Arirang, but some of my favorite songs I have written down. They Don't Know About Us. Love that. Love that song down. I like literally am obsessed with it. I listen to it all the time. My roommates, I bet, are tired of me. We actually all love BTS, so they're not tired of me. And then 2.0, another amazing one. I think about the performance that they had in, I think, Seoul, and Jin tried to put the shiesty on, and it was like crooked and just like didn't look good. Jin cannot put on a shiesty, and also like you don't need to put that on. You don't need to put that on. Personally, I don't know. It was interesting. It was an interesting moment, and we lived it. We all lived it. Aliens, love it. The marching in it, love it. And then Faya. My note for Faya literally says, "Club go crazy like Britney, baby. Hit me with it one more time." Apparently, I can't read. I am dyslexic, guys. Send your condolences right now. I am dyslexic, so surprise, surprise. Ava can't read. No, I can. That was a joke. But I think one of their most recent stops, and I forgot where, but I was out scrolling on TikTok on the toilet, and it was a stop got Louder Than Bombs and one other song. I forgot the name. I forgot the song that they had. I don't remember, but they got two songs that were like, ooh. And I am so sad. Also, seeing Come Over in person was incredible. I got my friend to buy me the vinyl before it came out on streaming platforms, so we definitely have listened to it via vinyl. That was rude. And so it was incredible. That's another one that I really do enjoy. I think that people, whenever they heard Arirang for the first time, they did not really realize, like, I feel like this album is very important to them for a multitude of reasons. This was obviously the first album that they came out with, and the first songs that they came out with as a group after the military. The military was hard on them. Like, I fully believe that the military is not easy on anyone, no matter where you're from, no matter who you are, and there was no winning for them, and I'm sure that it was significantly tougher than what we see or what we hear in their music. But people also were saying that this was a disconnect from Korea, and I don't necessarily believe that. I think that it's in the way that people from other countries, whenever I'm thinking about it in like the American sense because I'm American, but whenever my dad, for example, came to the US, even though I did not grow up in Honduras, or I did not really experience the things that he did, through his actions, through what he told me, through the food that I ate, through how I was raised, it connected me to my country and how my dad was. You can't take away someone's identity and who they are just because of the language that they speak or the language that they are making their music in. They brought their culture into the music. Body to Body, Aliens, Merry-Go-Round, all those things have cultural nuance to them that we don't understand, or that like we have to research to understand. And I think it's also just discounting their work and what they have gone through by saying that this album isn't them or isn't who they are just because it doesn't have like the same sound as maybe like Love Yourself, any of the Love Yourself albums, or like Map a Soul, or anything like that. They're in a different time. They're in their 30s. Obviously they're not going to have the same sound that they had whenever they were like 22. Like, they're not going to have that. And to think that they will have that forever is being ignorant and kind of stupid. And yeah, I really appreciated this album. I appreciated their tour. It's still currently going on, so if there's any like updates or anything like that, I definitely will talk about it. But I really do hold this album close to my heart, because even though it is like it's a little different from their other sounds, but that's what I really like about it, because it also shows that they have evolved into into different people. They're like not different people, but you know what I mean. I just appreciate the work that they put in, what they sacrificed to create such a big name for themselves, coming from nothing, coming from a company that like could barely even house them, and creating the biggest name in music, because ultimately they are. I was thinking about this the other day. It's even hard for American artists to sell out stadiums or to sell out for their concert within the US, and they're technically big names, and abroad it's even harder. But they have made it so big where they're selling out in Asia, the Americas, and Europe. Those, like, to be able to do that, you have to be huge and you have to be so impactful. There are not a lot of groups that have had the impact that BTS has had, and being gone for as long as they have and still being able to maintain these numbers just shows how big their impact actually is. And that is my TED Talk and my talk with me today. I hope you all enjoyed. Be sure to like and subscribe, and yeah, love you. See you in the next one.